there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I am joined by the peanut butter connoisseur, Kaiju King himself, TJ.
There's a world where Digimon does a collab with like Metabots, like for the card game, and like actually gives us Metabot cards.
I'd be down.
That'd be so sick. I haven't, dude. I miss Metabots.
Me too.
That was a great series. Anyways,
bring me back. Bring the childhood back. But anywho's, yes, we have some matches from Sully's Abode for y'all. Sully's is the local card shop we go to every Thursday for Digimon. As always, we start about 6:30 p.m. located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, want a nice place to hang out, play some Digi, or just play some other card games, feel free to check them out. I'll drop their store link down in the video description below, which will also contain our socials. So if you're interested in hanging out with us there, like on Discord, whatnot, or if you want to find the deck lists of our players, do hit us up there. But today's matchup features TJ himself on the left playing Omnimon DNA, which you've been cooking with. We've got Coop on the right going to Zephagamon. Coop's doing like the grand tour, right? We've seen him do like a whole bunch of different decks. It's been neat to see. The man is a chef. He is still like, I am scared of the man. He's just so good. He's a very good player, and he cooks a lot with his list. So I think this should be a good matchup. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
as a heads up, the memory marker does change. I'm not going to spoil what it changes to, but it does change off of the Sumo to something else later, as I am
The
tormented
Sumo
with,
Digivolves?
Sure. Let's say that.
I would imagine this matchup is probably a decent amount of like back and forth. I feel like it's tough for both players because there is a lot of interaction going on between the two of you. Like Zephaga likes to interact with the board state, which like you can give him something, but sometimes you won't.
The problem is that they gain their protections typically before you can Ace Evo and threaten things.
Right.
So you have to play into certain positions to either stop them from getting there or keep them from, or once they get there, like force them to go into like a Medieval Gallant or go into...
which
like
is exactly what
Ace.
you're doing here. Is just clear board as quickly as possible. Don't give them an opportunity to really do anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to be efficient, trying to get what I can, just collecting pieces. I got very lucky where Coop hit 2 Tamers off top of my security, so that gave me a massive amount of resources. And as you can see, like, I mean, this is my turn 2.
It's crazy.
And I already have 3 Tamers and then, you know, just so much to work with. Yeah, Omni DNA is fun. I'm really liking it a lot. I will be very excited once we have the new Alter S along with the BT-22 Omnimon, that like we don't have to worry about Ace Overflow as much with some of our plays, and we actually get access to some protections as well. But right now, like, it's the deck's cool, it's fun, and this is where it changes. God. So AJ torments me by putting down the Cloud Midgar Warrior borderless.
Oh, that beautiful
on the table,
blonde
and we
man.
use that.
Oh,
we use the corner of it.
Do this to me,
dude. Yeah, how do you think I felt? I had to sit there with it in front of me the whole time. Like it was my card that I was using. It's not. Well, this is the worst version of seeing it too, because the camera's a little fuzzy today, and that guy he's foil as well.
This whole set, the whole set. I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but the whole set is just.
It's gorgeous.
It's
gorgeous. I'm in the same boat as Rio, other fella from the channel. You should check out Security Check, the series he does where he just opens packs every day.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there's the Shin Godzilla mat as well that AJ hit me with right after. AJ was here to torment me. That was his existence. I just dropped a Wargray, so I was like, you know what? I can put myself at enough memory to do this. I tapped the mat, tie a mat to gain 2 memory back. We're trying to navigate using this as well. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I was just double checking the mat and tie, and I just hard evo into an Omni to delete it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, like, because my thought was like, I need to clear this off the board, otherwise it's just free aggression. I'm down to 2 security, and like this Omnimon at least will have the ability to trash security when I swing, and then I just choked to 1 by dropping a miraculous.
I feel like that's
an Augur to grab a piece back from trash.
Yeah. That's definitely the play if there's a way for you to choke. I feel like if you give Coop or Zeph any sort of like 2-3 memory, there's ways where that could be potentially dicey. Choking a 1 almost forces either a Zephaga Ace to have to come back out again, or a Medieval Gallant, which still won't keep him turned. It's going to be a very expensive play. So I feel like, I mean, if there's a way to do that, you did it. Now it's just a matter of how does Coop navigate his way through this.
Yeah, so I did what I could. Coop's just trying to figure out how he wants to do it because he knows he choked a 1. He knows there's no reason in pushing. I think he was like wrestling with like, do I lose if I don't like try and do something this turn?
Right.
I think is what he was trying to like sort of sort out. But I think it's in this situation, it is just safer to wait.
Yep. Yeah. Because even Medieval here does not save him, because Medieval doesn't pop the Omnimon at all. You just pop an Agu potentially, which doesn't really matter.
Right. Exactly. So I push up the Gabu here. I get a draw. I'm just trying to like debate how I want to do this because I know I can't really game this turn. I don't have like all the pieces I need. If I was able to have gotten like a proper Omni stack, I could have.
Yeah.
Because I do have Alter B in hand. So I'm just kind of debating. I do just drop a Miraculous just to get the Agu back on the board. I do some search. I was aware of the fact that like I needed to be concerned about Medieval, but I was like, you know what? At this point, I just need to like, I can't worry about it. I need to just try and wide board to like make it so that even Medieval Gallant can't like clear my board. So this Omni's not going to stick around realistically. Not with the memory center there, so I have to answer it. Which I think I do something pretty clever here.
I think you could probably go like Alter B, Alter S here, right?
So yeah, I go Alter B. The cool thing with Alter B is that you by trashing up to 3 level 6 or higher cards in your sources, you delete something.
But you don't have to.
A Digimon or Tamer with the lowest play cost for each card trash. You don't have to trash everything. So I only do the Wargrey, but I do the Wargrey when attacking effect first to trash top card of security. Then I trash the Wargrey off the Alter B effect to pop the Tamer. Then get the check-in. So like, it worked out pretty well. And then at this point, I was just debating what I wanted to do. I do go into a Greymon here. I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep turn or not, or if I wanted to leave it on the board. I didn't have a way of choking him to 1 otherwise.
Yeah.
And I was sort of worried about hitting a Tamer out of security, something like that, and giving him more memory to work with.
I feel like here you just leave it, huh? Because I mean, you've got 4 bodies on board. Realistically, what is that tarot gonna do to you?
Yeah. I was worried about the Medieval Gallant play still, but yeah,
Sure.
I think right here I'm just wrestling if I want to keep the turn or not. And I have to just leave it. I'm like, you know what? If I lose the Omni, if overflow happens, it's fine. I have enough resources on board that I should be able to build back fairly efficiently.
Right.
And at this point now, like with 3 security being like left there, I am threatening lethal potentially depending on where I go.
Right. So yeah, no, I mean, I think you've put yourself in a spot as good of a spot as you possibly could have. Coop is definitely like in a spot where if he doesn't do something, he will lose. So it looks like we will go ahead and suspend 2 bodies. We'll go ahead and pop a 17k fella, which will then be able to go ahead and vortex into your other guy, chokes it a 1. Yeah, okay. But I mean, realistically too, right? It's good for Coop in the sense that he gets to keep turn, but also like you don't mind this, right? Because still nothing is really established out on the board. He has a Medieval, which is definitely very scary, but also really, what's the word for it? Like it can be dealt with your deck. Like you're not too scared of it.
Yeah, I have means of handling it. So at the moment, I was just trying to decide what I wanted to do. I'm trying to think of the way I could like kind of game the memory as best I could.
Right.
So I was debating on swinging into security. I'm just kind of thinking about it a little bit. I do have to swing the Gram. I think I swing the Greymon here. I swing the Agu first.
Wait.
Yeah, get the chip. I do hit a Shoto, which Coop's like, yeah. And I was just like, oh no.
There's a Shoto.
And then I decided to leave the Greymon on the board because I go ahead and I drop the Melga for 8. And then I just say that the Medieval Gallant can't suspend, and then I tap the Tie and Mat to gain back 4 memory because I have a Greymon on board. So this way I'm able to put him back to the 3. And I just say that, you know, they can't suspend. Because I realize like if I go into Omni here, I'm going to pass over too much memory. Especially after the Shoto. To like, it's not going to matter. Like I'm just kind of, I'm messed either way. And Coop made sure not to pop the Melga because he didn't want to risk pocketing a Primogenitor and then losing stuff.
Primogenitor? Are we playing Imperial now?
Or not Primogenitor, sorry. Miraculous. Sorry.
I was like, whoa. Fighter mode?
Yeah, so Coop goes in the promo Gale and then goes into Grand Gale.
Yeah.
He's just debating what he wants to do.
So this
here.
is where things can get a little bit sneaky with Zephaga, where you can kind of use this Zephaga here, go ahead, suspend something, restand. Now you gain immunity. Go ahead and attempt to swing at Melga. He's a big guy. We'll restand. And you're debating about the play here.
Yeah, because he's immune. Medieval Gallant's not. So I was just deciding if I wanted to go ahead and do it. I would be a new body, so the attack would fizzle. Is the one good thing for me. So that's why I'm just debating if I want to like just let the Melga go, or if I want to just try and like get the Omnimon on board. Because I know I can't answer it, because the reality is that all of my stuff is going to unsuspend at the start of my turn, which is going to proc Zephaga's plus 3k in immunity, which is it's so annoying. It's annoying. The Zephaga, dude, when you play it right like that, and you leave, like if you leave your opponent on board with stuff, and you can like suspend something on their board to let you effectively get the get your protection back when like the turn swings around, it's just so hard to deal with. It is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, and when you throw in cards like Zephaga Ace that you know these decks run at like a 3 of, it's like, oh crap, right? Like if I swing or do anything, I'm at risk of just losing a board state, right? And like in your situation here, like losing your Omni would basically cost you the turn, which could easily become a situation where Coop goes for game, depending on the situation.
So the good thing for me is that Omni unsuspends when he swings. So Zephaga Ace, so I was checking it here, because Zephaga Ace only bottom decks for every 2 suspended. There would be no suspended if I were to Evo. So he wouldn't bottom deck anything. However, he has the plus 3k and protections, and he has blocker.
He doesn't suspend anything on Evo,
Ace.
Correct? Zephaga Ace?
He suspends something on Evo, but you have to have 2 or more suspended in order to do something, and I'm unsuspended after I swing.
Right.
So it's impossible for him to bottom deck the Omni after I swing. If I swing with the Omni in particular. If I swing other things here, he can suspend it.
Right.
The issue here was blocker. There being a blocker made it very hard, because I couldn't actually like do anything about it, because I'm only 15, and if he evos into the Ace, he would go up to 17.
Right.
Or 16.
Yeah.
So
Melga will come out, and you leave it at that.
Yeah. I just drop it. I tap all the mat and ties just to get the memory back on my side. I'm like, you know what? This way, he can't swing at me without risking an ace play.
Sure.
Nothing's suspended on my side of the board, so he has to suspend something first if he wanted to swing at it. Unfortunately, he's missing what he needs. Does find another Medieval Gallant, which is really tough. It's really tough. So he grabs that, and he's just debating what he wants to do. I think he was thinking about Medieval Gallant, but there's always the reality of like, if he tries to pop something or anything, like I have Miraculous there still threatening a lot of pressure.
It's also like Coop has done actually really well in setting all this up, and like lasting as long as he has, in all honesty, without seeing EX7 Shoto.
Yeah.
He's done very
quick
well.
Thing here. We do catch this because nothing unsuspended. He doesn't have the protection, so he technically can't suspend. Which we catch in a moment here. So he did suspend it, like attempting to swing, and I was like sitting here thinking about the ace play, and then I'm like, wait, no, you can't suspend, because I dropped the Melga to stop that body from suspending to make sure it couldn't do anything.
Gotcha. And this is a board state.
Yeah.
You're 4 memory.
Yeah, that's why I did that play.
Yeah, you've got 5 bodies out on board, 4 tamers, 3 miraculous. He is not immune right now unless he restands. Zephaga
the Grand Gale is immune, which is tough, but at least that's my one thing. Is that at least that's not immune, and he doesn't have like his protections or anything.
Right. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Zephaga Ace can still evo off of Grand Gale, though. Correct.
Correct. Yeah, it can. So I was being very cautious about that, because I thought he had it in hand. So that's why you kind of see me like just kind of gaming things. I'm trying to figure out like the best way for me to kind of like move a board state forward here.
I mean, here you probably just swing Omni, right? Like, because like you said, if he Zephaga aces you, he can't bot deck anything. He can't suspend something.
The problem with Zephaga Ace stuff is that it's still just risky. Because if he has it, he can just go into it over the... Because I can't pop anything on the swing. So he can just go into it over the Zephaga that's unprotected, suspend one of my bodies, and then bottom deck something because the Grand Gale's suspended. So there'd be 2 or more suspended.
Oh, sure.
So I had to be cautious of that. So what I do is I go ahead and I play out an Agu. I tap all my tamers to gain memory because I have Garurumon and Greymon on board, and I played out an Agumon, so I gained memory. So I +2. I'm able to swing, and then I just swing for game, and he didn't have ace in hand, luckily.
Yeah, those tamers are busted.
But yeah, I just needed to put myself in a position where I could swing, burn that top security. If I didn't get the chip, that's fine. At least the rest of my board can swing because I made such a wide board to work off of.
Yeah.
So that was game 1.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's interesting, right? Because Zephaga is definitely a deck that likes to have a board to interact with, but I think you show here, sometimes they can't deal with a wide board, you know? Like, if you have, like 2, maybe 3 bodies out on board, that's probably, like, the sweet spot. But once you start to really overflood the board, and I think, like we said, right, Coop Nut C and EX7 Shoto, you also doing a very good job initially at, like, just, like, choking a 1 and just controlling the board state as best you could, while accruing, like, so much, like, tempo was, I think, too much to overcome at the end. Oh.
Yeah, worked out. I'll do some search here. I have a rookie in hand. I just wanted to get the search first because I have an Uko. And if I played the Uko, then I wouldn't have been able to play the boost. So
yeah. Good old Uko.
Yeah. So I choked to 1. I'm boogieing. I don't remember what I was listening to. I think I was listening to Paramore. I've been on a Paramore kick.
So Uko will come out. You'll go ahead and pick up the tie. This is the starter deck tie that gets you Memory Setter. And also if it gets something gets redirected, plus 2k and draw 1. Crack your boost. Agu.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Give a little bit of search. Do grab a tie and a Greymon.
That's pretty good, because that'll get rid of the body.
Yeah, go into the Grey, pop that. I was like, you know, I'll keep the Uko on board. I know I can get some advantage off of it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and Coop just drops a Memory Setter. Calls it a day.
Uko search off of the Gabu coming up. We'll go ahead and pick up a Matentai. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I was debating it because I already have one.
Go Agu.
So I just grabbed an Agu. I swing first. I'm just like, in case I draw something else that I need.
Sure.
Yeah, which I do draw the Agu to return a card from trash if I see it. I do swing the Greymon. He does die, so I'm able to play a tie. I play the Memory Setter just so I have more memory advantage on future turns. And I swing the Gabu to get the extra chip.
Just like that. Moves down to 2 security.
Yep. I'm gonna drop a time mat just to kind of set up. Yeah, I was like, you know what? I just need to try and like go faster.
Yeah. Coop's got to do something here. We will go into Galemon here. This is the Galemon that will, I believe, reduce evolution cost if you suspend bodies.
Yeah, so he suspends something, and then for each suspended, he reduces the evo cost by 1. I believe. Let me double check. You may suspend one Digimon. Yeah, then if it's your turn, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Bird or Avian instant. Any of its traits in the hand. For every other suspended Digimon, reduces cost by 1. So yeah, so he just evos for 2. Or no, I think
scrambled. We scrambled. Yeah, we scrambled, and then we go training.
Grand Gale gives him protection.
Whip back up with I
was really hoping he'd hit an Omni insecurity so it'd die. I was really hoping.
We play out a Tarot. All right.
Yep.
Not a bad turn.
2 pieces.
Not a bad turn.
Taro's such a good searcher. Such a good searcher, man.
Agu will come out, lets you pick up a piece from trash, so you pick up the Greymon here. Now, Grand Gale is immune.
Yes.
We do have to be careful there. We know that he picked up a Zephaga Ace, so another thing to be wary of. But you do go Greymon here to pop the Tarot, which is really fair. Then we play out a little Gabumans.
Yep. Trying to debate what I want to do here.
Yeah, I mean,
the one
tough.
unfortunate thing is that with his Grand Gale being suspended, I can't raid into him, so I couldn't like hard drop to like get stuff going to like to basically like warp up into an Omni early and then just swing through it.
Right.
So that's ideally what I would have liked to do here, but I have to attack on a player, so I can't really do anything about that stack.
I mean, you're looking at your Miraculous, which I think is a fair play right here. You go ahead and play it out, pick up a...
It hurts to see again.
Greymon?
I grab a Greymon. I bottom deck 2 Melgas, though.
Oof.
Yeah, tap the tie and mat to get a little bit. I'm 8k, so I just swing at it to like, you know what? At least I can force out the ace, so there's no protections on that stack.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you know that you're gonna have to deal with it eventually, I think, right? And you might as well just bait it out when you can and have ways to potentially deal with it, as opposed to waiting when it's maybe a little bit too late.
Right. So I lose the stack there. At this point, I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't have a tamer to play. Then I remember that you can hatch, which I get to in a second. I do hatch in a moment. I was just thinking about things. Coop was nice enough, then we weren't far enough in game state where Coop was like, yeah, it's fine, you can hatch still.
What lets you hatch again? Oh, the Greymon. The Greymon. Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose to hatch or play a tamer with Ty or Karian name. So I choose to hatch just to get the Gabu going.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
So I didn't have a tamer to play, and then
drop another miraculous, play out an Agu, and then Coop will go to 3.
Yeah, my deal is like, you know what, at least I can just net pieces. Dude, it's insane how fast Omni just like nets a backboard state with tamers and everything else. It's so good. I'm so excited for the support we're getting with EX9 and everything else.
Yeah, it's gonna be having
having those adventure tie-in mats. It's basically like just like another BT-17 that also grabs pieces back from trash on play. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Taro does the classic double hit, and Coop is just looking at what he wants to do here. I think your idea, right? Like having the Zephaga ace out is always... It's good for you because it's just one less like ace threat to worry about, and something that just doesn't have immunity, which is really nice. But Coop can climb into something here, going into a Galemon off the training, suspending the Agu, which will let him reduce Evo cost potentially.
Yep. He swings over it with the Zephaga ace. We'll gain 2 memory and then do the chip.
So Melga, oof. Where do we go from here?
I bottom deck 2 Melgas. one's in the security, so it's feeling pretty tough. He just drops a fella to suspend me and swings over.
Now, how does Zephaga restand again? Oh, it's Grand Gale, right?
Yeah, he used the Grand Gale in here at that time,
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Coop's very good with Zephaga. He's done a very good job with it.
I'm assuming you probably just like either you could scramble, you could training. You have a couple options here.
Yeah, I think he was just considering what he wanted to do because he did have the different plays available.
He's the Argo, which is not bad.
Yeah, I think he was thinking about keeping my tamers locked down so I couldn't utilize the suspend to gain memory.
Sure.
Or anything else, which is good. It's fair. It makes total sense.
So we will end up doing that Argomon play to lock down the tamers.
Yep.
And then we call it a day.
Puts me to 3 still. At this point, I'm just debating how I want to do things. Push up the... Oh, yeah. I do a little bit of a wonky play. I remember this now.
Push up Gabu, and you do what you draw, right? Since you have a tamer with Matt in play?
Yeah. Draw now. I do draw a Melga, which is...
That's huge.
Exactly what I was doing. I do have the secret Melga, which I was thinking about going into here to lock the board down.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I don't choke... He has the Taro in the back. I don't choke to 1. Like, this is really scary, especially with the scrambles. So, I was like, you know what? I kind of just have to ball a little bit.
Well, the thing too, right, is like, you know that he has a Zephaga ace that's pretty vulnerable. If you get rid of it, your plays become so much more efficient.
Right, exactly. So I do a little bit of a goofy thing here that we'll get to in a second.
Play out Wargray.
Wargray.
Probably, I would assume. Go into the secret mode. Oh wait, Greymon.
You'll see.
Oh, I see what. Yeah. I see
He gains the names of everything. So
he becomes a Gabu, and then Greymon can go into the Melga. You can choose to go into the other Melga or the BT-15 Melga, which I would assume the BT-15 Melga is probably better here. Lock down the board.
Well, you'll see. So I go ahead. Admittedly, it probably would have been better in hindsight. I don't think it would have changed anything necessarily, but it maybe would have just been a little bit more efficient for things. I do go into this Melga because my idea is that I'm going to board wipe because I'm like, you know what? I have to threaten an Omni play here because with how much memory I'm passing over, I have to clear this board state. If I don't, I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah.
So I do go ahead and end of turn DNA into the Omni. I go ahead and I bot deck the Zephaga Ace because I didn't want to put it in trash for the scramble to grab, and then delete everything else, and then I'm able to swing and chip that last security. And then I overflow 4 obviously, and then everything's all there, good there. So I kind of just put Coop in a tight spot. Which looks like he was actually missing a 5. So
he's debating the scramble. Yeah. So, oh, okay. We pick up a Palmon. Interesting.
Coop plays this really well this turn. He plays it very, very well, from what I recall.
Okay, so we play out Palmon, pick up Grangale, which, like you said, makes absolute sense. Then gain a memory off of Shoto, pushing up the Tarot. Yeah, you go Gale, which will also then gain memory off of the Palmon, right? So you can suspend your Omni, gain memory off of suspension.
Yeah. And this is us going to turns, I believe, right here. I think we just have time called at this moment, so I think Coop is turn 0. Yeah, so he's able to climb up into his Zephaga. Because he suspended me, he gained 2 memory back. He gets his protections, and his protections are going to be live on my turn as well when I unsuspend, which is very tough for me. So Coop just debating on how he wants to proceed from here. He is big enough to swing over me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's just find some pieces. Finds the ace off of the training, which is really, really good for him.
Yeah. And then end of turn, we can go ahead suspend Shoto. This will go ahead and allow him to swing at Omni.
Yeah, a little bit. He should have swung with the Shoto or the
Zephaga first.
Yeah, with Vortex off Zephaga first, and then tapped Shoto off the end of turn to give a piercing blocker, just to save his inherit on the Grangale, but it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
He pierces for the 1 check. Doesn't have anything else he can do because he can't game this turn. Although I think he could have if he just swung again and then went into the ace. So I think he had enough memory to do it, and then he could have just swung for game. As long as he didn't, but he's massive, so he should have been fine. So I do a little bit of a weird play here. I go ahead and miraculous. I will just, I'm gonna give a heads up now. A misplay happens. I go into the Melga here. I go ahead and I stun everything, saying it can't suspend. And then my brain was, I think this is why I was hesitating on my plays a little bit, because we're obviously 2 times, so I was hesitating on this. But I go there, he can't suspend, so I just swing for game. We forgot that Grangale gave him the protection, so he's immune to Digimon effects. So he could suspend there and block, and he also had the ace.
Sure. But you guys were also in turns too, correct? Or we were in turns, yeah. Yeah. So just to clarify what happens, I told Jarrell to correct it, and I gave the game to Coop, and we tie. Technically, because he would have stopped me there and won on the following turn, because I would have ace overflowed. And it would have been over. Sure. So that was a mistake on my part. I should have just left it on the Melga and then just locked him down, because then he wouldn't have been able to game me. So I maybe could have brought it back, but because I went all the way through with the Omni play, I would have lost. So just a little bit of a clarification there. So it is technically a tie. Sure. I don't actually win. We did catch it after the fact, after we stopped recording. Sure. But yeah, no, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, these are definitely like good back and forths. Definitely be on the lookout for more Omni DNA as EX9 comes out, as I'm sure that's going to be a very popular pick amongst the community. Granted, I don't know if there's any major competitive events during EX9 meta outside of like the one regional on July 17th or July 12th, actually. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see.
There's an Ulti Cup, I think, isn't there?
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
There's like a random like very lagged Ulti Cup that's just like in the middle of nowhere.
Fair. But yeah, no, I mean it's definitely gonna be a very, very interesting deck that I think is gonna survive past EX9. Like it's gonna be one of those decks that persists and still plays a role in the meta moving forward. So it should be fun times. Zephaga is always gonna get support too. Like it's only a matter of time before we get more Zephaga support. So both of these decks still very, very relevant, very fun to see, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, thank y'all for tuning in as always, and hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.